so tall. Framing this up was a pain. Okay, so I'm over 60 and I just found out that potatoes and onions and garlic are not supposed to be refrigerated. Don't blame my parents, they raised me properly. We had our potatoes and onions in a dish pan in the bottom corner cabinet where it was dark and fairly cool. But when we moved to Florida, I learned to put almost everything that wasn't canned or sealed into the fridge because bugs everywhere. I am right in the middle now of completely redoing my pantry. We've lived here for 15 years. We have fewer people. We eat different things, so it's time. Do not judge me when I take you in there. Don't judge. I've just started the process, but I want to share a product I got just today to help with that. These are actually listed as under cabinet baskets, but that's not how I'm going to use them. They come in a pack of 3. The front has a slightly lowered edge. They have some ventilation here. They also have these little wheels on the back. Now, I didn't need the wheels, but they came with wheels, so it'll probably be helpful. One of the things I learned was that garlic and onions can be stored together. Sweet potatoes and other potatoes can be stored together, but do not mix potatoes and onions. They should never meet. Do not mix. To start with, I purchased 1 3-pack. I'm going to use 1 for sweet potatoes, 1 for other kinds of potatoes, and then the 3rd for onions and garlic. I tried to put it here so you can watch this amazing process. Sweet potatoes. So I've got 4 really big ones in there, and I still have room for a couple more if I want. My second one, I've got three big russet potatoes and a bag of little red potatoes, but this may be too big. I can fit all those in there, nice. Last but not least is my onion and garlic bin. Because garlic is small, I wanted a separate container, and I happen to have this in the pantry, so I'm going to use that for now. I'm just going to set it in the front. This is all the fresh garlic I have right now. So you can tell I'm not a big cook, but there it goes in. And it's kind of dried out because I don't cook very often. Now I've got my beautiful red onion, my favorite, and I've got a couple of Walla Walla yellow onions. Put these in here. I have plenty of room for more if I want. Now that these are filled, I'm going to show you where they will go in the pantry. Remember, no judgment. This is my canned shelf area. I love this because it's a first in, first out rolling system, but things have changed over the years, which you can tell from the empty slots. Here's one example. This was a space very specifically designed for canned spaghetti sauce. I don't use canned spaghetti sauce anymore. I either make it from scratch or I buy bottled. So that's no use. Here I have spaces for canned soups, but I almost never buy canned soup anymore. All of this has to be redone to fit what we currently use, but I've put it off because it's such a pain. I love these units, but they're a pain to take apart, put together, and you have to very, very exactly size each section. So that will be a project for another day. You'll notice right over here on the side, I have this empty space. I have been using that for odd-sized things. For example, butter beans that I hardly ever buy. Pickled beets that I don't have a place for. Now I did have a place for chicken and beef broth, but now it comes in boxes. So I can't put that on the shelves. I almost never buy this, but I bought it for my son for his finals. I have a place for tuna, but now I buy the Costco brand and it's bigger. It doesn't fit there. So like I said, I need to redo all the cans, but right now I'm going to remove all these items, stick them in my handy dandy dish pans, and then show you what I'm going to do with the potatoes, onions, garlic, etc. So look at the result here, super easy. Nice ventilation, and the wheels are actually kind of nice. I mean, you could slide this out without the wheels, but you know, it's a little bit smoother, a little more luxurious. There are obviously lots of ways you could use these baskets, but I love having them in my pantry for my non-refrigerated food items. Let me know if you try these or if you have a different storage solution. Thanks for watching, and please remember to subscribe. And you can join me on the rest of my pantry remake.